Converts in the paint.
Yeah, they're putting on a clinic.
Yep. 124-109. Cross-court skip. Ty Jerome dribbles in, shoots the floater, and that's up and good. I love what Ty Jerome did there. He had a wide open three, but he had missed the last two.
Exactly.
So he said, you know what? I'm going to go to the hoop here. I got an angle. I can take it inside.
He also could have thrown right to Kevon Looney. He got an assist. He had a couple of choices there.
Yeah. But a lot of guys keep shooting when they're not hot. And sometimes a ball, at the bucket, Jim, as you know, can get you going.
No, that's just deductive reasoning there. He was smart.
Jamal Murray, left-hand runner. It's up and good. Tough shot. Well, Murray came down on a cameraman, and now we get a whistle of timeout by the Warriors. And he apparently is okay. 126-111. The Warriors just can't stop Denver on the offensive end. 15-point lead, 3:50 to go. I think Steve Kerr may be emptying the bench here. We'll take the break on the Warriors Radio Network.
Everyone circle up. I know it looks rough out there. Sure, we're down 119-64, but we came here to play differently. We need a game changer. Something like Ring Central, the business phone system that's more than a phone. I want you to communicate like you can talk to anyone, anywhere, all from the same app. Now get out there and play like you're using Ring Central.
Ring Central. Simpler communications.
Are you looking to make a difference in your community? Interested in learning more about a career in law enforcement? The Concord Police Department wants to hear from you. Explore a rewarding career path and be the change for your community. Look forward to competitive salary earnings up to $190,000 annually, full benefits and annual incentives. To learn more about what it means to be a part of the Concord PD, take the first step and contact a recruiter today or go to joinconcordpd.com. Serve the community you love. Your career starts today. Come into Friedman's Appliance and see the full line of Fisher & Paykel appliances. Experience them in person in live vignettes, including their famous dish drawer dishwasher and unique sizes of refrigeration designed to fit seamlessly into your kitchen space. Fisher & Paykel products deliver perfect results with exceptional design and performance. And for a limited time, receive up to a $2,000 rebate when you purchase a qualifying Fisher & Paykel kitchen package from Friedman's Appliance. Visit Friedman's Appliance in Pleasant Hill or online at friedmansappliance.com.
Golfers, teed up at the Golf Mart and go farther and faster with the new G430 woods and irons from Ping. The Ping G430 woods introduce the next generation of speed with new face technology for longer and more accurate shots. The new Ping G430 irons are designed with pure flex technology for faster ball speed and more distance. Swing into the Golf Mart and get custom fit on the new Ping G430 woods and irons today. The Golf Mart, home of the 90-day satisfaction guarantee.
Welcome to What If, the show where I, Jake from State Farm, answer your insurance what ifs. We've got a call from Millie. What's up?
Hi, Jake. What if, hypothetically, a moose gets mad at my car and rams into my windshield? Hypothetically.
Oh, just file a claim on the app. At State Farm, we're there for your what ifs.
Great, but what if the moose eats my phone? Hypothetically.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or go to statefarm.com for a quote today.
Dub Nation, you're listening to the Golden State Warriors audio network presented by United Airlines.
Tonight's Warriors shop item of the game presented by Rakuten, the Stephen Curry crossover t-shirt, 25% off. Use code IOTG25 at checkout at shop.warriors.com, a Fanatics experience. It's Wiseman, Poole, Moody, Kuminga, and DiVincenzo to finish this one off. Warriors down by 15 with 3:40 to go. Everything really hinged on last night, that fourth quarter meltdown in Minneapolis. Moody finds DiVincenzo. He'll weave it out to Poole. Pump fake. Fades to his left, takes a three. It's no good. Rebound deflected out of bounds. Last touch by Moody, and it's going to be Denver ball.
Moody was double teamed there, and Jokic was on him. He couldn't get the ball inside to Wiseman. Wiseman's got to work a little harder to give him a target.
That's a good point. Marco Chankar started in place of Aaron Gordon to Murray off a Jokic screen. Michael Malone leaving his front line group in there, leading by 15. And the jumper by Murray is up and no good. The ball tipped by Kuminga to DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo leads an impromptu break lob for Wiseman, catches and dunks. And you wonder why coaches do that, why they leave starters in, because they'll read, oh, well, so-and-so came back down 10 with 40 seconds to go, and that's why. They're always nervous that tonight will be the night of the miracle comeback by the other team. On to Michael Porter Jr. High post now to Jokic. Handoff. Michael Porter Jr. fires. It's up and good. He has struggled tonight, but makes that one. It's 129 to 113.
Gets to double digits.
Poole runs out of real estate, low left, guarded by KCP. Now here's Kuminga. Takes in Vlatko Čančar. Pump fake. Little jump hook, no good. Tipped by Wiseman, won't fall. The rebound, Čančar. By the way, Stephen Curry tonight with 5 assists, past Allen Iverson on the all-time assist list. Caldwell Pope had trouble with a pass. It goes off his hands and out of bounds.
Well, DiVincenzo, he knows how to play. He knows how to play cutters. He away from the ball. He really keeps his eye on the ball and his eye on his hand. He doesn't lose vision.
Poole to DiVincenzo in the middle, right sideline by the hash mark Moody. Moody looks for a cutter. Pass was kicked by Michael Porter Jr. and the shot clock will be at 14. Well, I have a second. Want to wish a happy birthday to my former work associate and assistant, Mark Mosier, who's here in Denver. He is the voice of the Colorado Avalanche on television. Used to be the radio voice for a while. Worked together back in Sacramento. And it's good to see that the both of us have a ring. That's nice. I like that. DiVincenzo will throw it in. Jokic's night is done. Another superb night for the two-time MVP. 22 points, 16 assists, and 13 rebounds. DiVincenzo passed for Wiseman. Wiseman wasn't looking. Jumper by Michael Porter Jr. A 3 straight on in transition. And now it's wide open now. 132 to 113.
The biggest lead of the night.
Yep. It'll be the 9th game this year where the Warriors have led by double digits and lost. Moody with a jumper, 3 no good. Murray snatches the rebound. And Michael Malone says, okay, I think this one's over. He's going to send people to the scorer's table. Down the lane, double clutching with a driving layup. Michael Porter Jr. padding some numbers here in garbage time. Caldwell Pope will foul Jerome in the backcourt. I mean, he's got, 7 points here in the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, he only had 9 points coming in to this quarter, and he's got 17 now.
And you know what? Hey, I say that, but on the other hand, he had struggled tonight, so it's going to feel good for him to see the ball go through the basket a couple times. And you know what? If Warriors aren't going to guard him to the point of making him give the ball up, then he deserves every bit of that. Ish Smith has checked in. He's played for 13 teams. He is the NBA epitome of the Johnny Cash song, I've Been Everywhere. Well, Johnny Cash did a remake of a great fake by DiVincenzo. A jumper up, no good. Moody with a tip, no good. Wiseman fights the rebound, goes to Kuminga, low left. Pass outside, Ty Jerome, pump fake, puts it on the deck. And they leave Malone from 8 feet, and he takes a shot and hit it. Davon Reed went down there. Pump fake by DiVincenzo. This guy, they hurt the Warriors a little bit last year in the regular season, but wasn't active for the playoffs. Watson gets over to Reed. Reed in the corner. Zeke Naji for 3. That's no good. Kuminga with the defensive rebound. Final 38 seconds. 134-115. Many have grabbed their coats. Certainly not like Minneapolis. They don't need the scarves and the hats and everything else. DiVincenzo drives and scores a high runner with the left hand. It's up and good. 134 to 117, and yet another losing road trip for the 2022-23 Warriors. Should have been a winning road trip, but they let one get away last night in Minnesota. And if you come in with momentum into this building, who knows what would have happened. But the Denver Nuggets have the best record in the West for a reason. They're well coached. They've got a superstar. Ish Smith takes a shot clock violation. And there's no question that this year's Nuggets team is deeper and better than the one we saw in the playoffs last year. Ty Jerome will catch it in the backcourt. He's not going to shoot it. Ball game over. And the Warriors will have lost here in Denver, 134 to 117. They'll come back here for one more game. And with the win, Denver wins the season series as the Warriors will play the Nuggets only 3 times this year. State Farm postgame show. It's calling your name. And we'll have that coming back to Denver after this on the 95.7 The Game Warriors Radio Network presented by United Airlines.
The reigning 2022 champions are back in action, and NBC Sports Bay Area has you covered every step of the season. Catch Warriors pre- and post-game live an hour before and following each game, hosted by
Dub
Vontae
Nation.
Hill with
You're
analysts and former Warriors Chris Mullen and Festus Ezeli. And get your Warriors news all week long on the Dubs Talk podcast with Kareth Burke and Monty Poole, featuring special guests and in-depth analysis. Authentic moments live here, only on NBC Sports Bay Area.
Stevie Nicks. One special night, March 23rd, live at Chase Center in San Francisco. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Don't miss Stevie Nicks, live at Chase Center in San Francisco, produced by Live Nation.
Dub Nation, you're listening to the Golden State Warriors audio network presented by United Airlines.
You've been listening to Golden State Warriors basketball
On the Golden State Warriors audio network.
The game might be over, but it's not time for the night-night just yet. Stay tuned for the Warriors post-game show, presented by State Farm. I'd say that was a pretty successful broadcast.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-200-1966. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-200-1966. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-200-1966. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-200-1966. 800-200-1966.
Every small business owner knows business happens everywhere. The office, the warehouse, or on the road. And no matter where it takes you, there's one solution to help your business thrive. Comcast Business Complete Connectivity. It's the largest, fastest, reliable network with advanced gig speed Wi-Fi and cyber threat protection in one solution. Get started for just $49.99 a month. Plus, add Comcast Business Mobile and you can save up to 60% a year on your wireless bill. And ask how to get up to a $750 prepaid card.
Flight 291 is now reporting.
Yep, you're going places. And when you get there, be ready to do business. The complete connectivity solution from the company that powers more small businesses than any other provider. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 2/21/2023. Restrictions apply. Requires EcoBill and AutoPay. New 50 megabits per second internet and Comcast Business Security Edge customers only. Equipment taxes and fees extra. After 12 months, regular rates apply. Gig internet required for gig Wi-Fi. Mobile Savings compares pricing of top 3 carriers.
This is the Warriors post-game show presented by State Farm.
The ball game's over. State Farm has surprisingly great rates on car insurance. You'll get coverage that meets your needs at a price that fits your budget. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Well, the Warriors didn't have too many electrifying moments in this one, but we're going to make Jordan Poole. We're going to make Jonathan Kuminga tonight's electrifying player of the game. He had 17.7 rebounds, very crisp, 7 of 9 shooting night. It's brought to you by Toyota, class-leading MPG, and more hybrid models than any other brand. Toyota, let's go places. Warriors lose to Denver 134-117. They finished the road trip 1-2. Ninth loss where they've led by 10 or more in a game. And they led by 11 and trailed by as many as 21. Denver at NBA Western best at 36-16. And the Warriors, again, back to 500. And let's see what they can do at home with a couple of home games against Dallas and Oklahoma City. So a very tough night for the Warriors. A quick reminder that the Warriors tonight hit a total of 19 threes. They had a total of 13 of the first half, 19 threes. That means that a total of $8,500 will be donated to benefit local organizations and underserved youth. It's part of the Hoops for Kids program presented by Salesforce. Go to Warriors.com/kids for more information. Thank you, Salesforce, and all of our participating sponsors. 134-117 Warriors. Jim Barnett has all the numbers.
Well, I'll tell you, Tim, it was two halves. You know, if you want to divide it and say you had one game in the first half and you had another game in the second half, the Warriors were absolutely magnificent in the first half. The problem is the Denver Nuggets kept pace completely. Warriors had a 1-point lead after one quarter. They'd already made 7 threes, 7 out of 10 in the first quarter, and they were shooting 56.5%. And they continued to do that in the second quarter. Shot it extremely well at halftime. They were only down by 1. They'd made 13 threes. They had rebounded the ball equally with Denver, but Denver just kind of, did what they had to do to stay along, and then all of a sudden put the hamper down and the clamp in that third quarter, and the Warriors just couldn't keep up with the scoring, and Denver had a big quarter of 35 points and held the Warriors to the 22. And the Warriors started turning the ball over. They only had 5 turnovers by halftime. That was terrific. But then all of a sudden, they start turning the ball over, making mistakes, not shooting quite as well, and Denver just kept going in. They had a lot of scorers that can put the ball in the basket. But, here's the bright light for me tonight. I thought Kuminga was really good. And throughout the game, he was consistent. I'd like to see him try and take a few more shots in that situation. DiVincenzo was really terrific. Curry's the normal Curry. And Jordan Poole got a shooting range back, particularly from three-point range. But their defense just let them get points inside. The Nuggets end up with 54 points in the paint. Once again, the defense failed them.
Well, Jim, tell me a little bit about what you thought from Jordan Poole tonight. I mean, he had some, he kind of had it was kind of a mixed review tonight with Jordan Poole.
It was okay. I think he makes mistakes at the times when it changes the game. And also, he doesn't stay with his man enough, and they have to switch. I'm looking at turnovers. It's good. He only had 2 tonight, and I'll accept that. We've seen him. Well, he's averaging 20 a game, a little over 20 a game. He gets 22 tonight. Okay shooting. But Murray's better, obviously. Murray ends up with 33 tonight. And Denver as a team is better.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
There's no question about it. With Jokic in there, he changes the game. Jokic, he gets triple doubles as often as most centers get double doubles.
And you think of the roster, go back to last year's playoffs. They have 5 guys who didn't even play in the playoffs last year against the Warriors. Jamal Murray, Michael Porter Jr., Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Bruce Brown, Christian Brown. Those guys weren't on the roster, and they're basically in the top 7 or 8 in the rotation for Denver, and that's a big difference. You got guys like Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Murray, and Michael Porter Jr. These are veterans. These are guys that know how to play. Michael Porter Jr. didn't play great tonight, but he can go off on any night. He's got athletic talent and ability. You mentioned Jamal Murray. When he's playing well, he's one of the best guards in this league.
Yep.
And, everybody talks about great guards. He's right under the radar that way.
Don't you know they love playing with a guy who's been a 2-time MVP, Nikola Jokic, who takes fewer shots than 2 of the other starters?
Absolutely.
He takes 13 shots tonight. He makes 9. He ends up with 22 points, 14 rebounds. But how about this? 16 assists. He loves to pass the ball, and they know it. And he just works to get them really good shots.
Yep.
And you move without the ball, he's going to get it to you.
One of the great elements of the Warriors' run was the fact that Steph Curry is so unselfish.
Right.
He doesn't care who gets the credit. He celebrates when other players are doing great on the floor. And, Kevin Durant comes to the Warriors. What happens? Steph takes a step back and says, you know what? I'll let KD do his thing. I'm not going to take a lot of shots. And Jokic has the same qualities.
Yeah.
He's out there. He doesn't care. He could have gotten, and any night this year, he could get 40 points if he wants.
Sure.
Any night. Okay, but he chooses to involve everybody else, and that makes for a better team.
the Nuggets just controlled everything. They got the best record in the West. You look at the Warriors tonight, and you look at their final score. You look at their percentage shooting, 50.6%. They're 19 of 38, 50% from three, and 19 made. Only 12 of 19 free throws. They rebounded the ball pretty well. In fact, they got more rebounds than Denver did, and turned it over to 17. But most teams, some would turn it over 12 to 15, somewhere in that range. They scored 117 points. They would win a lot of games, but you can't beat Denver like that because they're better. And the Warriors have nothing to be ashamed about tonight. No question at all. They competed, but the game has 4 quarters, and they were right there in the first half, and it kind of fell apart as it went along in the second half. Simple as that.
Yeah, and again, it's their defense this year is just not where it used to be, and that's a problem for Golden State.
That's it. You're right.
And can they get it fixed between now and April? Well, we'll have to see. They've got the rest of this month, and they've got the month of March. A lot of games to be played. There's still time to get some momentum going into the playoffs, but they've wasted some opportunities. I'm not saying tonight's one of those, but they've wasted opportunities in games they should have won and let them get by the board.
Like last night.
And again, you hope it doesn't come back to bite them in April, but it might. So we'll have to wait and see. JB, any final thoughts?
Nice to see Wiseman on the floor. He needs to take his knocks and get a little experience under his belt. I thought DiVincenzo was really good tonight. Even though he came up with a minus 14, he got 14 points, but he was a lot in there, a lot in the second half when things fell apart. JaMychal Green showed some signs there. I'd like to see him get a few more minutes, and they're getting experience. And I'll tell you what, to me, I've never seen Kuminga play better than he did tonight. I thought he was terrific. 7 and 9 from the field.
He's
2 of 2
really starting to play under control.
Yeah, he seemed
really
very
starting to
relaxed,
come around.
and he was under control.
And
I liked his game.
Yeah, I liked his game too, and I think it's going to be something to keep an eye on here in the future. And watching his development, that's a very, very encouraging sign because it wasn't that way at the beginning of the year.
Nope.
He was forcing a lot of things, and I think this is really good for the Warriors to see that.
He did not get a turnover tonight. How about that? He plays 32 and a half minutes and does not turn the ball over.
Well, go back to those 2 plays on the break. He wasn't going full speed, out of control.
Yeah.
He slowed down, got to the rim, knowing he can get his shot off, gets the bucket.
He made it look easy. And all of a sudden, when you learn how to do it and it comes to you and you get a little success, then it is easier for you.
All right. Thanks, JB.
Thank you, Tim.
That's Jim Barnett. I'll see him on the bus and the plane. Warriors with a loss last night, tonight, I should say, in Denver, 134-117. To fall 26-26 on the season. Let's get to your Kaiser Permanente scoreboard. We'll start off with a game between Indiana and Los Angeles. Pacers were in control of this game, but LA with a comeback.
No good. Rebound AD gets it to LeBron. Ahead to Westbrook. Westbrook to AD to Beverly. 3-pointer. Good. Wow. Lakers haven't made a 3 in a month. 106-105.
John Ireland on the call. The Lakers radio network, they outscore Indiana on the road 28-15 in the fourth to win 112-111. They go to 25-28. Pacers are 24-29. Memphis and Cleveland, and this game got a little testy.
Morant saved it in, got it out front to Bain. His shot off the front of the rim. Rebound Garland quickly to Osman. Pow! With 2 hands. Jenny Osman streaked down the floor. Garland found him. Fast break basketball optimized.
Cleveland Cavaliers with a win, 128-113 over the Grizzlies. Donovan Mitchell and Dylan Brooks, shocker here, got into a scrap underneath the bucket. Donovan Mitchell, after the game, says that he's been busting Brooks behind for years. Cavaliers go to 32-22 with the win. Grizzlies fall to 32-20. Meanwhile, the New York Knicks were taking on the Miami Heat.
Barrett up the near right side. Hop step in the lane to the rim. Scores! Little euro there by Barrett against Butler and extends for the finish with the right. Barrett with 25. Knicks leading by 9 again.
That was a big-time move.
106-104. New York with a victory. They're 28-25. Heat fall to 29-18. and 24. So the Heat and the Knicks both battling for position in the Eastern Conference race. Meanwhile, Chicago and Charlotte.
Levine against Rozier. Double on the ball from Williams in front to White. Nice pass inside.
And one.
Count it. Foul. What a dish. What a finish. And the Bulls on the board up by 14 looking for more.
How about that for Andre Drummond? 10 and 11 points right there. He does an excellent job of burying Williams.
Chuck Swirsky on the call on the Bulls radio network. Chicago wins 114-98. Bulls trying to staying alive in the Eastern race. They're 24-27. Hornets in a free fall right now. They are 15-38. Elsewhere, Dallas and New Orleans will see the Mavs on Saturday.
Powell screen to the right. Dinwiddie goes that way. Fakes going left and then pulls up to the right of the lane. He hits it with a foul and a chance for three. It's an 11-0 run for the Mavericks with a chance for 12 as Dinwiddie will go to the line.
The Texas tones of Chuck Cooperstein on the Mavs radio network. At Dallas with the victory 111-106. Mavericks are 28-25. The Pelicans are 26-27 with the loss. And so with that loss, they drop a half game back of the Warriors. And by the way, the Pelicans had to wait to leave Denver today to get to Dallas because of the bad weather there, which kept the Detroit Pistons from heading out to their game against Washington. Yesterday, that game was postponed. LA Clippers taking on the Milwaukee Bucks. They're at halftime. Clippers with the lead, 56-49 at the break. And that's the entire card for you on the Kaiser Permanente scoreboard. I'm Tim Roy, the upcoming broadcaster, brought to you by Ticketmaster. Warriors against Dallas on Saturday, 5 o'clock airtime, 5:30 with the tip. Black History Month celebration presented by Chase. And then Monday against Oklahoma City, a 6:30 airtime, 7 o'clock tip. It's Bruce Lee night at Chase Center on Monday night. That's going to wrap it up here for us. R.C. Davis will conclude the State Farm postgame show in his studios. The final, Denver 134, the Warriors 117. I'm Tim Roy for Jim Barnett on the 95.7 The Game Warriors Radio Network, presented by United Airlines.
Splash! Curry responds here at Chase Center, and you aren't here to see it. Draymond with the emphatic block, and the crowd erupts. A crowd you could be a part of. And that's another bucket from Clay. Incredible. What would be even more incredible is if you were here. How much more incredible would that be, Bill?
It's incalculable, John.
Here is where it happens. Experience the Warriors at Chase Center. Tickets on sale now at Warriors.com.
I know a lot of you really want the State Farm personal price plan, but what's with the oversharing? Like this message from Sarah.
Hi, Jake from State Farm. I eat hard-boiled eggs, like shell and all. Crunch is exquisite.
You don't need to get that personal. The State Farm personal price plan helps you create an affordable price just for you. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or go to statefarm.com for a quote today.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
Thank you to all of the business owners who kept people employed during the pandemic. For all you've done, you may be eligible to claim the Employee Retention Tax Credit, a payroll tax refund from the United States Treasury Department, applicable to businesses who kept employees on payroll during the pandemic. The window is closing to claim your refund. Contact Paychex to see if you qualify. Paychex is proud to have helped more than 45,000 businesses secure over $9.2 billion in ERTC claims, an average of $190,000 per business. 50 years and thousands of experts in HR, payroll, benefits, and insurance. You may be eligible to claim the Employee Retention Tax Credit, a payroll tax refund from the United States Treasury Department, applicable to businesses who kept employees on payroll during the pandemic. The window is closing to claim your refund. Contact Paychex to see if you qualify. Visit paychex.com/ERTC to find out how Paychex can help you get additional cash into your business. Paychex.com/ERTC. Paychex.com/ERTC.
The following is an attorney advertisement. If you get sidelined by a workplace injury, the workers' compensation attorneys at Boxer and Gerson can help get you back in the game. Our team of skilled attorneys will fight by your side for the treatment and compensation you deserve. We care about justice for injured workers. That's what makes us Northern California's premier workers' comp law firm. Call Boxer and Gerson at 510-345-2341 or visit boxerlaw.com for a free consultation. Boxer and Gerson, your life is worth the fight.
Hi, I'm Aaron, owner of California Deluxe Windows. Ever notice? When your neighbors get new windows, there is a large black eye of broken stucco, uneven plaster, and even mismatched paint. At California Deluxe Windows, we never leave a ring around the window. Why? Because we are one of the only companies in California who custom crafts every window and door to your home's exact measurements. Almost everyone else on the radio is a distributor. They grab a window from a warehouse, break open your walls, shove it in, and patch things up. At California Deluxe Windows, we take pride in our work. Our installation technique is so precise, we do not break your stucco. Your house could be covered with potato chips, and we wouldn't crack one.
Call now, and for a limited time, you get 30% off your entire order and 24 months of interest-free financing. 800-874-3600. 800-874-3600. That's 800-874-3600. California Deluxe Windows. Windows engineered for life.
Certain terms and conditions apply. CSLB number 774518.
Dub Nation, you're listening to the Warriors post-game show presented by State Farm.
Here's R.C. Davis.
Once again on this road trip, Warriors led in the first half. They led by 11 in the first half tonight, but the Nuggets closed the half on a 13-4 run and never really looked back. It's the 9th time the Warriors have lost the season with this double-digit lead as the Warriors return home back to 500 on the season. Tonight, the Dubs made 12 free throws, so $6,000 will be donated to the Warriors Community Foundation, benefiting education-focused nonprofits in and around the Bay Area as part of the Free Throws for Futures program, powered by the PG&E Corporation Foundation. Visit warriors.com/free throws to learn more. Jordan Poole with the start, 22 points and 5 assists. Andrew Wiggins, 9 points, but he had 10 rebounds. You heard Jim Barnett mention he's never seen Jonathan Kuminga play better. 32 points in the starting role, 17 points and 7 rebounds. Kevon Looney, 6 rebounds and a block inside. And our Mercedes-Benz performance of the game, Steph Curry.
Poole, cross court to Curry, takes about a 32-footer. It's up and good for Curry. Frisky, and the Warrior bench stands and applauds there.
Curry, 28 points, 5 assists, 5 boards, brought to you by Mercedes-Benz, the official luxury vehicle of the Warriors. Klay Thompson and Draymond Green sitting this one out on the back-to-back. Tonight, the Dubs made 4 dunks, a couple by JaMychal Green, which means $2,000 will be donated to Rakuten to the Warriors Community Foundation as part of the Dunks for Donations program. Thank you, Rakuten, and go Warriors. Dante DiVincenzo, 14 points off the bench. We mentioned JaMychal Green. He continues to play well as of late. 6 points, 4 boards, and 4 assists versus his old team. Ty Jerome, 9 points, 3 assists, and 2 blocks. James Wiseman, he had 16 minutes of run, 9 points, 2 rebounds, and a steal. Moses Moody had 16 minutes of run as well. State Farm has surprisingly great rates on car insurance. You'll get coverage to meet your needs at a price that fits your budget. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Warriors turned the ball over 17 times, leading to 17 Nuggets points. Warriors won the battle of the boards by 4, 42-38. The Dubs missed 7 free throws for the game. We'll take a look next at the 95.7 The Game Warriors Radio Network, presented by United Airlines.
Don't miss Ashley's President's Day preview sale going on now. This week only, beat the crowds and get early access to the best President's Day deals, including 10% off trending styles throughout the store and online. And with special financing options available for all budgets, refreshing your home has never been easier. Hurry into your local Ashley store or visit ashley.com to shop and save today. Only at America's #1 furniture and mattress store, Ashley. See store or ashley.com for details.
The roar of the crowd. The sweet sound of a swish. Nothing beats being there live at Chase Center for the game, Warriors fans. And Ticketmaster is your official gateway to buying and selling the best seats all season long. Ticketmaster verifies every seat sold, guaranteeing that getting into the game is a layup. Be there live to defend Warriors ground this season with seats from Ticketmaster.com/Warriors. Ticketmaster, the official marketplace of the Golden State Warriors.
What's up, Dub Nation? It's Stephen Curry. I love the sound of the Warriors crowd, so I've asked for them to help with this Rakuten commercial, the app that gives you cash back at thousands of stores. Yep, Rakuten is hooking you up with a special gift if you make a qualifying purchase of $25. And Rakuten offers cash back at Warriors Shop. All right, now it's a little too much. Visit rakuten.com/Warriors.
Chase is a proud partner of the Golden State Warriors, and Chase cardholders score more at Chase Center. Access in-arena and online discounts at the Warriors shop, Chase lounges before select concerts and Warriors games, in-app benefits, eatery discounts, advanced access to tickets, and preferred seating when you use your Chase card. See more cardholder perks at chase.com/Chase Center. Restrictions and limitations apply. Deposit and credit card products provided by JP Morgan Chase Bank, NA member FDIC.
Now it's time for the closer of the week, presented by LiftMaster and RNS Doors. Turn your garage into the envy of the neighborhood. Visit rsdoors.com.
The closer of the week is Steph Curry, who had another 30-plus point game, double-digit assists as the Dubs got another dub.
Right side Curry lets it fly. 3-ball good on the sideline.
Recently, my garage door opener was not working. I was in need of a closer. I was put in touch with RNS Doors, and they hooked me up with a brand new garage door opener from LiftMaster. With LiftMaster's MyQ connectivity, my garage door opener can be controlled right from my smartphone. You'll know when a door or gate has been left open and can close it with a tap, no matter where I am. Be one of the first 10 callers and receive 20% off a LiftMaster garage door opener.
Call 1-800-FIX-A-DOOR. That's 800-FIX-A-DOOR. Or visit rsdoors.com. R&S Doors. Look for the red truck.
This is Steve Kerr. The Warriors 2022-2023 season is brought to you by Kaiser Permanente.
That was Steve Kerr right there. We get to John Dickinson next with Warriors wrap-up, and that's where we'll hear the head coach and his post-game press conference, brought to you by Kia, the official vehicle partner of the Warriors. Kia, movement that inspires. Nuggets were led by the reigning MVP, Nikola Jokic, 22 points, 13 rebounds, and 16 assists, a steal, and a block also. Bay Area product Aaron Gordon did not play for Denver. Back home to face the Mavericks on Saturday, 6 o'clock tip. For Tim Roy and Jim Barnett, editor Mark Randy, and network coordinator Sterling Bennett, I'm R.C. Davis. Good night from Denver. Nuggets 134, Warriors 117.
What makes a buzzer beater so great? The energy, the spontaneity, the choice to just go for it. Lastic and flight changes aren't so different. Whether it's pulling an all-nighter, checking off a bucket list item, or extending your trip for some R&R. At United, we think Lastic and calls are yours to make. That's why we don't charge change fees, ever. This is what an airline looks like when good leads the way. United is proud to be the official airline of the Golden State Warriors. Exceptions apply for certain international flights. Forever applies to flights within the U.S. and between the U.S. and Mexico or the Caribbean. Free Throws for Futures is powered by our partner, the PG&E Corporation Foundation. At PG&E, we believe that STEM students will play a critical role in transforming the 21st century workforce. That's why we offer scholarships to students pursuing STEM-related studies at universities in California and historically Black colleges and universities. The Better Together STEM Scholarship Program is helping the next generation of STEM professionals build a better future for themselves and all Californians. To learn more about the 2023 PG&E Scholarship, visit pge.com/scholarships.
A podiatrist will tell you about your feet. An orthopedist will tell you about your bones. A physical therapist will analyze your gait. A psychologist will help you manage your anxiety. But what if they're all connected? What if your walk affects your hip alignment and the loss of movement affects your mental health? At Kaiser Permanente, we know the body is connected in unseen ways. That's why our doctors work together to care for all that is you. Kaiser Permanente, for all that is you. Learn more at kp.org.
Dub Nation knows good things come in threes, whether it's a game-winning three-pointer or all the games, glitz, and great entertainment you can enjoy at Northern California's premier casino resort. Cache Creek is the place to play a hot hand on our world-class gaming floor, indulge at our luxurious spa, or catch a live performance from your favorite acts. It's all here, just a short drive away. This is your time to cash in at Cache Creek Casino Resort, official sponsor of your Golden State Warriors.
The NBA has nonstop action all season long, and with League Pass, you get more of the league you love, now for $49.99. Watch more live games, more expert analysis, more of your favorite NBA shows, with more streaming options on all your favorite devices. Sign up for League Pass now at the new halftime price of $49.99. NBA League Pass. Start a 7-day free trial at nba.com/watchleaguepass. Blackouts may apply.
And that's another three from Clay. The Warriors are heating up here at Chase Center, and I cannot believe you are not here to witness it. Ooh, steal by Draymond over to Curry from downtown. That's a new career high without you here to see it. Unbelievable. I'll tell you, Bill, how would it feel to not be here right now?
Crushing, John. Crushing.
Here is where it happens. Experience the Warriors at Chase Center. Tickets on sale now at warriors.com.
Hey, it's Joe Shasky from the Morning Roast, and every single day we're doing the Fast Five. Your opportunity as a Morning Roast listener to get in on the show with me and Bonte, 8:50 every single day.
Ryan in St. Louis, what's happening? You're on the Morning Roast Fast Five. What you got?
I think we should be incredibly optimistic about the 49ers' future.
You've been listening to the Golden State Warriors Audio Network, presented by United Airlines.
This has been a presentation of Odyssey Sports. For even more coverage of your team, download the free Odyssey app and listen to your favorite stations, shows, and podcasts.
That's a wrap.
Yo, that's a wrap. It was an amazing experience. Hope everybody enjoyed it. Hope we got some laughs, some good entertainment.
This is Warriors Wrap Up on 95.7 The Game.
Bounce pass to the cutting Curry. What a great catch. Flipped it over to Looney. Handoff back to Curry. Fires for three. It's up and good from the right sideline.
No one hits that shot in this league except him.
That was magic by Curry.
Magic by Curry, 3 of his 28 on the night, and a surprise that Steph Curry was available to play 90 minutes before this one, second of a back-to-back in Denver, and the Warriors competed hard off of a difficult loss in Minnesota last night in overtime and competed to the tune of a 1-point game at the half, but the Warriors, unfortunately, knocked down 13 threes in the first half, 13 of 21. Steph had 14 of his 28 in that first half, with Jordan Poole scoring 12. They got an active first quarter from Jonathan Kuminga, productive, mistake-free shift even for James Wiseman, who played for the first time since December the 28th, but the Warriors found themselves still down 70-69 at the half in Denver against the top-seeded Denver Nuggets, currently in the Western Conference. And the Warriors, this game flips in a big way. Third quarter, 35-22 Denver, a 16-0 run. The difference in this one is the Warriors drop it by 17, 134-117, as we welcome the Inside Warriors wrap-up here on 95.7 The Game and on Twitch and YouTube for 95.7 The Game as well. It's John Dickinson with you here, 888-957-9570. 888-957-9570. That is the phone number to give me a call or shoot me a text here as we react to this one. The Warriors find themselves with a 1-2 trip as they lose last night in overtime at Minnesota and unable to bounce back with what would have been a hell of a win, frankly, without Draymond Green out in the second of a back-to-back, and no Klay Thompson, who still has yet to play in any back-to-backs this season. But as I mentioned right off the top, was a little bit of a surprise that Steph Curry did decide to play in this one. Andrew Wiggins as well, although Wiggins still trying to get his conditioning and health back, coming off of the multiple illnesses that he's had, really going back to when he was set to return toward the end of December, early January. It's been just fits and starts for Wiggins. And so I was actually surprised that he would be deemed to have the conditioning to play. But I give the Warriors credit for at least getting out there and trying in this one. We've seen them basically rest the veterans in a lot of these games before in these types of situations this year, but just not enough right now for the Warriors. Hung with Denver with a great offensive prowess, and then the third quarter completely does the Warriors in, as it was 85-85 toward the end of that third quarter, 16-0 Denver run after it was tied, and it was really all Denver from that point on in the game, and it was turnovers, a familiar story for the Warriors when they struggle. And turnovers, another big part of that run. 9 turnovers for the Warriors in the third quarter, many of them at the back end of that third quarter when the game was tied and in check there, where the Warriors were competitive in the game. They had just 5 in the first half, and that was part of the reason why the Warriors were in the game, in addition to the 13 3-pointers made. Warriors ended up, 13 of 21 first half, 6 of 17 in the second half.